Britton for coming to join us. Boys and girls, welcome to your grade 4 send-off assembly. So this has been a year like no other, but you have persevered throughout all of the different versions of what school looked like this year. Whether you were hybrid, or you were on your computer, or you were in school with us, you worked your best, and we are so proud of you. So today, we're going to recognize you. So we're going to be calling you up one class at a time. As you're called up, your teacher will give you your diploma. We ask that you walk back to where you're seated now, sit down, and when your entire class is back with all of their diplomas, everybody will stand up and we'll clap then. Okay, so we're not clapping after each individual, we're going to clap as a class. Everybody good with that? Yeah. All right. So let's get started. We're going to start with Mrs. Martinez's class today.
Ready?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So
All right. All right. First up, we have Abdul Kader. Please come up. Sure.
Congratulations, Abdul.
Thomas Burney. I'm going to ask that the other fourth graders respectfully keep their voices quiet while we're handing out diplomas. Thank you. Alina Sekundanen. Alana Eason. Liam Gomez Kenny. Elena Gilmet. Christopher Hanuski. Scarlett Jerez Hernandez. Tony Kandecki. Cameron Capitco. Luke Lawrence. Michael Lopez. Connor Murphy. Zayla Pyrus. Aubrey Puzo. Zoe Robinson. Taylor Roman. And Olivia Roy. Thank you. Can we please give Mrs. Martinez's class a round of applause? Next up, we have Mrs. Childry's class. So I would like to invite Mrs. Childry up. That's okay. Ready? All right. Emma Augusta. Samantha Bransfield Yugcha. Elvin Lorenzo Vargas.
Alvin looking good today with that fresh cut.
Lauren May. Maureen Nahar. And Ian Chow. Can we please give Mrs. Childers' class a round of applause? Next up, we have Mrs. Cunningham's class. First up, we have Liliana Aguilati. Sebi Barone. Iloa Barros. Lila Dietrichson. Peyton Hawk. Declan Kelly. Charlie's Landry. Simon McKay. Brennan O'Connor. Joey Rondinone. Zoe Vess. I apologize. Mackenzie Rosado. Jackson Vodola. I'm sorry, I should know this 3 years later. I apologize. Aiden Walsh. Dylan Wells. Miriam Winnigel. And Liam Witchy. Please join me in giving Mrs. Cunningham's class a round of applause. Next up, we have Miss Ott's class. Okay, all right. First up, we have Lily Arnold. Marco Castellano. Dominic DeMeo. Logan Damaris. Michael Germain. William Hunter. Sandy Lee Lorenzo. Dielza McCulley. Kiara O'Brien. Owen Pandolfo. Nina Pereira. Tegan Piasek. Ryan Quinn. And Grace Sardinskis. Please join me in giving Miss Ott's class a round of applause. Next up, we have Mrs. Radswitz's class. Oh, we forgot somebody. Who did we forget? Oh, And this is my fault. I must have skipped your name. Michaela Neiman.
VIP treatment.
All right, Mrs. Rad's class. First up is Kevin Alano. Miles Anderson. Jenny Christensen. Haley Cody. Kaylin Cummings. JJ Daly. Tyler Fournier. Okay. Isabella Gambacorda. Allie Harlow. Sam Klotz. Skylar Levitu. Josemarie Nattel. Misha Sanborn. Annalise Sullivan. Cooper Varden. And Lexi Yorker. Please join me in giving Mrs. Rad's class a round of applause. Next up, we have Mrs. Tamaro's class. That's fine. First up, we have Chase Allen. Dakota Bars. Julian Biggio. Nicolette Demora. Edwin Diaz. Sophia Eckert. Kanai Gara. Aaron Hall. Zakiah Kenny. Haley Kim. Christoph Lucas. Addison Maloney. Natalie Martin. Jaylene Rivera. Liam Russell. Adele Salafina. Adeline Tobias. And Kylie Yule. right. Could you please join me in giving Mrs. Tamaro's class a round of applause? And could I please have the entire 4th grade stand up? And as soon as everyone is quiet, I would like the adults to join me in giving this class a round of applause. All right, you may be seated. So 4th grade, now I get to impart my wisdom onto you. And as I think about doing this is the first time we have done a promotion ceremony in my 4 years here at Gildersleeve. And it's exciting. When I was thinking about this and thinking about what I would say, I was thinking back to when I was in your shoes. And I was actually in 6th grade when I left my elementary school. And I don't remember what he said, but I can still remember the principal talking. And then I fast forwarded to when I taught 5th grade. Most of you know that I taught 2nd grade and 5th grade. And the 5th graders were the oldest kids in the school that I taught. And I can remember my principal, Mrs. Tracy, delivering the message there. And I remembered a little bit more of what she said. But it's exciting that now I'm the principal that gets to give you that message. And I'll try to keep it short. I wrote some things down, and I will probably say some things that I didn't write down. But it's been quite a year. Wouldn't you agree? So most of you started the year coming into school 2 days a week. Do you remember that, being in the hybrid? And then we moved back to remote learning. Do you remember that? Right? And then finally in January, most of us returned in person. Right? And then we have our PBLA friends who have been remote all year. All right? So, did you ever think you would have any year, let alone your 4th grade year, that would look like that? No. And you know what? I hope we don't have another year that looks like this. I hope we're done with pandemics in the time that you're in school. And I think we are. But despite all those challenges, you all have made huge leaps this year. You learned to read harder books like Tiger Rising and Harry Potter, and I realize by putting that in there I'm probably dating myself back to when I taught 5th grade. I'm sure there are more current and popular books right now. Your narrative writing, think for a minute where you were when you left 1st grade and how far you've come, how you've developed your characters, how you've added details, and your writing is starting to sound like the writing of Kate DiCamillo in Tiger Rising. It's pretty neat to see that growth. In math, you took on fractions at a level that you didn't take on and were not ready to take on in 2nd and 3rd grade. And you even dabbled a little bit in geometry toward the end of the year. I remind you of all of this because I know some of you are wondering if you can do the reading, the writing, and the math at that big, scary school called Biz or Brownstone Intermediate School. And I'm here to tell you that you can. And when you doubt yourself, it's okay to be a little bit nervous. But when you doubt that you can do the work that's put in front of you in 5th grade, I want you to think back to where you were at the beginning of 4th grade and the beginning of 3rd grade and where you are now. It may seem like a huge challenge, but you all can do it. You've got this. So shifting gears a little bit, a lot has happened in the last 3 years. And as I reflected, there are just a couple of memories that I want to highlight. And I encourage you over the next few days, this Friday, tomorrow, and our 3 days next week, to reflect on these memories as well. One, and unfortunately something we were not able to do this year, but the brain show. Does everybody remember that? Yeah. 2, crowning our golden bees and having pancakes with me. Many of you have worn those crowns over the last 3 years. Do you remember taping me to the wall and collecting a ton of money? Yeah? That was for the Portland Food Bank. Introducing Buzz. Buzz did not exist when you started at Gildersleeve, but now we have a mascot. Some of you even think you know who's inside that mascot. And lastly, this morning, it brought great joy, I think, to myself and the other teachers at Gildersleeve in a time of year when we're all really busy, when we have so much on our plates, to watch your smiling faces as we did the cereal box domino run. And those of you that are in PVLA, we did videotape it and we will send it your way. But it was very quick. It was just a moment of our day, but it was really fun. And I think that encapsulates the good times that we had when you were here at Gildersleeve. So I want to leave you with this. And this is a quote from Michael Josephson. And he said, "Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go. But don't forget to enjoy the journey." The next step of your journey is Brownstone School. You are going to love it there. You're going to thrive there. You're going to be successful. But don't forget to stop and enjoy those moments. Because like your time at Gildersleeve, those 2 years are going to go really fast, and it will be time before you know it to move on to middle school. Let's give this 4th grade class, about to become a 5th grade class, another round of applause. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Mrs. Cunningham. I don't know if that was on the agenda.
Hi guys. That is the end of our ceremony, so thank you all for coming. Everybody that came out, that was in the building, that came to see you, and all of the teachers, Mr. Wallstrom, Dr. Britton was here for a while. So now we're going to wrap up our day. So I'm going to ask you to look to your teacher for direction. And Mrs. Tamara, would you like us to start with you?
Yeah, are we doing?
All right, and, we have...
So I'm going to stop you for 1 second because I know that they have a surprise coming for you. But I want to make sure that we give Mrs. Cunningham and your 4th grade teachers, Mrs. Childry, Miss Ott, Mrs. Rads, Mrs. Tamaro, Miss Lippincott, Miss Ott. Did I get everybody in 4th grade? Mrs. Martinez. Yeah, she's a 4th grade teacher too. And all of the Mrs. Murphy, who was with 4th grade this year. Please give all of those adults a round of applause. All right, now I'll let you carry on with the surprise.
So now we have, your 4th grade teachers have gotten together, and we have a little parting gift for you. We think that because your future is so bright, you need a pair of shades. So we have some sunglasses for everyone, and then we'll have another little surprise that we'll tell you about later in the week.
Great. Nice job. That was great.